Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Miss Mo. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I just think it's so important for people to learn another language, and also why I'm getting more serious about being able to speak in Spanish, amongst the other languages that I want to be able to speak in. But I'm going to start off slow in a way and focus on Spanish. And then from there, I'm going to move to Ibibio, which is a Nigerian dialect. And then from there, I think I'm going to be feeling myself, girl, going to be having a little fun, being able to speak all these different languages. And I'm going to go to Haitian Creole. And I think I'm going to get back to the other languages that I wanted to learn as well. But for now, those are my top 3 priorities. And yeah, but I want freedom. And I think that when you only speak one language, you limit yourself so much. And the way that the school systems work in the US, is when they're teaching you Spanish or French or Latin or German or all these different classes, they're not teaching you in a way for you to actually succeed and be fluent in these languages. They're teaching you in a way for you to get the bare necessities to show that they are doing something. And it's very annoying. Now, from one aspect, I understand that, if you really want to do something, if a teacher is there to teach you, they're going to teach you the foundation, but it's up to you to be able to go that extra step further if you really want to pursue this. Now, mind you, a 10th grader or a 6th grader may not have that type of fire in them to say, okay, I really want to pursue this. Or, maybe they do. I don't know. Everybody's different. But for the most part, that type of proactiveness is not too common, in the U.S., especially with, it's not too common in the U.S., especially with the American kids. And maybe even kids in general, they just need an extra push, just like any other type of person would need an extra push. So so for that, I'm saying all that to say is that I'm appreciative of what the school systems did in terms of creating that foundation, but I also feel like it has limited me so much because I'm constantly in my head thinking about how to speak this language, when language and culture overall is an experience. And so I just really wish that when teachers were teaching these languages, that they teach it from a place of experiencing the culture and not just taking a more academic approach to learning the language. And so I feel like now that I really, really want to do this, it's up to me to figure out a way to make this my dream a reality. And for those who may be watching, some people might say, oh, you should go to this school or enroll in this program to help learn a language, or you can use this software or whatever. But at the end of the day, it all depends on the person. It all depends on the person that's learning the language. So it doesn't matter that, I signed up for, I forgot the name of the organization, but it's a DC organization that basically, provides affordable language learning opportunities for, anybody in the area. And I think anybody in the world too, to be honest. But because they can do it remotely. But yeah, but even when I signed up for those programs, it's still a teacher-student type of dynamic, and so it still has that academic feel to it. It's not a cultural experience. And so so then I go back to what I just said. You have to want to do this. You have to go that extra step further. And you know, a lot of people, when they talk about language learning, they say the best way to do it is to go to the country. And a part of me feels like, you know, that's true. You have to immerse yourself in the culture. But everybody don't got go to the country money. Nor do they have the time to be able to do that, maybe because of familial obligations or whatever. So my big question, and what I've been trying to really understand, is how can you not only learn but immerse yourself into a culture without leaving the state, without leaving your country. Maybe eventually you can go to that the country of your choice that is speaking the language that you want to learn. But for now, how do you do that? And I feel like, so that's what I've been trying to explore. And the beautiful thing about the U.S. Is that the U.S. is a melting pot. So you can go to different pockets of maybe even your state, your city. Even if you were to go next door to another state, you know. There are different cultures in so many parts of this country that even if you don't, you know, leave the country, you can still experience the culture of that other country in the U.S. And so, yeah, I've just been on a quest for that. And so, my thing is, again, I want to be able to speak Spanish. And I'm really pursuing this hardcore because, again, I want my freedom. And I also just want to get it over with. Like, I've been studying Spanish in school for years, at least a decade. And the only thing I can say is, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, ¿y tú? Come on now. Come on now. What's that all about? So, yeah, but what I've been learning about how to basically learn a language from your home, even if you didn't have a teacher, like, you are your own teacher, and the best way for you to even speak the language is to actually speak it. So to find people to speak the language with. Now, to go back a little bit, what I've been learning about how to speak another language, because I was learning, there was a time, it was like maybe in the 2020 or early 2021, I was really focused on becoming a polyglot. Again, for this pursuit of freedom, when it comes to job security and just being able to move how I want to move. And I already knew a little bit of Spanish. Ibibio, I already knew a little bit about that because I'm Nigerian and my ethnicity is Ibibio. Haitian Creole, I basically kind of learned that on my own, because what I would do is I would smoke some flowers, some weed, some cannabis, however you want to call it. I would smoke, and then I would let my mind go. I would practice those words, Go on YouTube, look at phrases, look at vocabulary, see how the words are being said, and I'll just repeat those words over and over again, repeat those phrases over and over again to get comfortable with speaking the words, to get comfortable with hearing myself say the words. And then from there, I'll try to find like Haitian content creators, but I couldn't find too many that spoke Haitian Creole, in their videos. And so that, it wasn't necessarily a challenge, but it's like, man, it would be nice to be able to, see these things. And then on top of that, what I would also do was listen to music, because again, language is a aspect of one's culture. So I'm listening to the music to get a rhythm of try to get the rhythm of the whole experience. Now, mind you, I was trying to learn a little bit of Haitian Creole because I was going to Haiti for work at the time. So it kind of helped, listen to the music, listen to the words, listen to the phrases, and then being in Haiti, that helped. But once I got back to the U.S., what also helped was that repetition. And so I know a very small little bit of Haitian Creole. My favorite word is manger, because that means food. Of course that'll be my word. Of course. Manger. And then I love the way the words sound when they come out of your mouth. So that's why Haitian Creole is going to be like a little treat language for me, because it's a beautiful language. It's a beautiful culture. Beautiful people. But one language in particular that I was learning at the time, while I was learning EBBO, while I was brushing up on my EBBO, brushing up on my Spanish, learning Haitian Creole, was Korean and Hebrew. Hebrew was a little bit difficult because I wanted to get, again, that cultural immersion experience. So trying to find Hebrew movies on Netflix, just trying to find people who speak Hebrew. But I would say that even though I couldn't find that necessarily, my Hebrew was coming along because I would spend maybe like an hour while working out. I would listen to them say the words, and I would repeat the words. And Hebrew, it was a difficult language for me to try to speak because just the way they talk is outside of my normal. So it's like a lot of sounds like that. And so I know that sounds nasty, but and I ain't trying to be disrespectful or nothing like that, but that's how it be sounding. And so that was difficult. But as I continued to practice the words, it was becoming easier to make those type of noises. And so I'm just learning about what it means to learn a language and to do it in an affordable way, because language learning is accessible to all, and you don't have to be rich to be able to do it. You just have to have some fire in your ass to want to do it. And I was watching this content creator about, I don't know where he lived before. I don't know how long he's been on YouTube, but he moved to China, and he speaks Mandarin, and he said something about, if you want to learn Chinese or Mandarin, the time to do it was yesterday. And he was basically saying, just get started. And I wholeheartedly agree. It's scary to learn a language because you don't want to make a fool of yourself. But everybody makes a fool of themselves, even when they're speaking in their home, in their native tongue. So You might as well learn while making a fool of yourself, you know, and better yourself and become an expert, you know, eventually. And so I just think that it's just so important for people to like learn another language. I'm going to be incorporating more Spanish content on my channel. And I know, and I'm nervous about that because I just feel like it's just going to open me up to a lot of criticism. But again, I'm failing forward. And if somebody can help me, you know, work on my Spanish speaking so that I don't continue to look foolish, then I'm going to be grateful for that. Because what I notice about people is that they love to tell you how much stuff they know. So, and their life experiences have granted them the ability to do that. So why not take advantage of that? So, yeah, that's going to be going on my channel. I definitely encourage more people to learn a language. And I look forward to speaking to y'all in Espanol. Oh, look at your girl. Okay. All right, y'all. Bye.